Hey, and another thing I wanted to talk about right quick, and it's just easier for me to do these short videos now because typing is raw hard. Is about the will. How do you know what is yours to give if God give everything and all that stuff, right? And I know it's my own will, but how can it be my own will? And even in one of my videos, I even said like it makes me think like, do we even have our own will, or is that just an illusion of a freedom if everything is God's given, right? Like, how do you wrap your mind around that? Understand this: there's a freedom that comes with the limitations of the responsibilities of faith and that law justification of the written law within you, yeah, because you need a written law or else it's not going to work. Yeah, it all comes together. But whatever the case may be, Jesus knew the ones that God had given him out of the world. They were from his Father, and then he gave them to him out of them and revealed the words that his Father had told him to them, and then they now believed. That was the hour of the first belief, right? These disciples who turned to the apostles, the 12, right? And one of them was even Judas, who Jesus knew was to betray him, and was still inclusive to that because he knew his Father's will. Yet throughout Jesus' life and ministry, we know of the ones that he loved. Why? What does that mean, right? Lazarus is one of such things. There's like, the one that you loved has died. And then Jesus went to mourning. He wept. Jesus wept because of that. That's Jesus' own will. Do you see how that works? He was doing the will of the Father, but he still had his own freedom. And in that, there are those that he loved, just like little John. Jesus loved little John, the disciple that he loved. So instead of trying to explain it in man terms, to try to understand how that whole willingness thing is and what can man give that is, not given to him by God, which is a question. Like I said, anything that is a question, there's an answer, but you have to just watch and wait and pay attention and wait and abide and remain in him. And this is me remaining in him so that it can be revealed right now. Instead of going to the man mind and trying to rationalize and think and justify and there's so many words because, where the man mind, the complications happen, the subroots, like I keep saying, just go to the mother root, the truth, yeah? And remain in Jesus and look and see and know your Father, know him. You need to know the Holy One, the Righteous One. And because of that, it will be given to you in that time, in that step, but you have to just remain. Faithful, and persevere, yeah, endure, long-suffering, get those fruits working until they're produced, yeah? And you feed that spirit so that it can influence and have that effluence of that positive righteousness come out and through and up and everything, right? And then that's how, yeah, Jesus had the ones that he loved. That was his own will. Just like, now, put that in your own understanding, yeah? Like that. That's how you have what you have, and you can do what you do that is not of the Father's will, but it is the Father's will for you to know that you have your own will, and what you do is going to be for his will. Do you see? So it is still the Father's will, but not in the way that man can define it. Yeah? It's not like, oh, he gave this to me, but I want to give him something, and so I'm going to give him back what he gives me. He gave it to you so that you could make it your own will that's going to be the Father's will. Do you see? Like you're guaranteed into the will. You're trusted, and set, bound, faithful, and are, yeah? So like that. The ones that he loved, like Lazarus, and he cried over him. Lazarus was not given to Jesus outside by his Father, yeah, who was like that. But Lazarus was created by his Father. Do you see what I'm saying? So of course it was given, it was there, but Jesus took it and it made it his own, which is from the Father, yeah? Like, it's like that. And, okay, thank you.